Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Amir Fahmi. So I'm going to present to you, to Madam, about what we are doing. We are doing Mahala Ali billing system. So my name is Muhammad Fahmi, and this is all my friend Haziq Iskandar, Ahmad Zulfahmi, and Amirul Abdullah. So for the introduction, this system aims to help Mahala Ali's office to issue billing fees to respective students during short semester. So bear in mind that this table is only for the short semester student. Only block A, B, and C are offered to them, are occupied, and only first and second floor that have students. So this is our ER diagram for the Mahalali billing system. Altogether, there are 4 tables, which are employee, billing, student, and room. Then the primary key are employee ID, student ID, and room ID. One employee can manage 0 to many bill, and one bill can only be managed by one employee. One student can has only one bill, and vice versa. One student can has only one room ID, but one room ID can has 0 to 1 student, mean that one room ID can have no student. So for the employee, we have attribute like employee ID, employee name, and date of birth. For billing, what's in the billing? We have student ID, employee ID, fees, and bill status. For student, we have student ID, student name, kuliah level, and then room ID. For the room, we have room ID itself and room type and room status. So for room entities, we have room ID, room type, and room status. So the example is for room ID is A1.5C, that makes the room ID unique. It consists of block, room number, and the compartment. For the room type, we have double and quad. For the room status, it can be occupied or not occupied. For employee entities, we have employee ID, employee name, and date of birth. So the example of employee ID is 6580. Example of employee name is Shafiq, and date of birth is 18 September 1990. So for the attribute of student entities, we have student ID, student name, kuliah, level, and room ID. So for the sample is 171602 for student ID, student name Amjad, kuliah KOE, level 4, and their room ID C1.2C. One student has only one room ID. So for billing entities, we have student ID, employee ID, fees, and bill status. So for sample of fees and bill status is fees is the amount that they need to pay, which is RM270, and bill status will show to them whether they have paid or not their bill, which is paid or unpaid.
Okay, now we will continue with the third and fourth procedure. Okay, my name is Amirul bin Abdullah. Okay, now we will continue with the third procedure. For the third procedure, its name is a list student. What this procedure do is it will list the student according to the employee who handle the billing. Okay, as you can see in this procedure, we use cursor, and the cursor will extract the student name. Okay, from table student and billing. Okay, and then for the where statement, it is according to employee ID and student ID. And then as you can see here, we use for loop from 1 until number of student. Okay, for the number of student is we declare here as a number. How do we get the number of student by using select count. So what this select count doing is it selects the number, it count the employee ID, the occurrence of employee ID. For example, if the employee ID is 1, then it will count the occurrence of that number 1. How many number 1 occur in the table. Okay. And then it will store the count, the number of occurrence in the number of student. Okay, and then it will be applied here in the loop. Okay, after we paste the procedure into the SQL command line, and then we test it with two different cases. As you can see here, the first case is the employee ID is 3764. Okay, we type execute list student 3764. Okay, 3764. Okay, now we will look at in the table. Okay, 3764, 3764, 3764. Okay, the occurrence is 3, 1, 2, 3. And then, okay, the occurrence is 3, so it is true. And then for the second case is 6116. Okay, 61161, 61162. So the occurrence in this table is 2 times. So that's why it lists here 2 students, which are Farid and Zahid. Okay, now we will proceed with the second procedure. Okay, the second not the second procedure, the last procedure, sorry. Okay, the last procedure is also to list the student according to the level. Okay, what this procedure do is to list the metric number and okay, wait, okay, list the metric number and the name for the student. Okay, for example, okay, so it's basically it will list the student with the same level. Okay, level 3, and then it will list how many students that in level 3. Okay, like that. Okay, we also, okay, as you can see in this procedure, we also use cursor, student cursor. For this cursor, it will extract student ID and student name from the table. Okay, then we also apply the same select count to calculate the amount of students with same level. Okay, then we apply in loop, for loop. Okay, and then we copy it and paste it in the SQL command line. Okay, we also provide you with two different cases. The first case is level 3. Okay, the level 3 is okay. Wait. Okay. As you can see here, execute list student level 3. Okay, the total number of student is 10. For level 3 is 10. Okay, I will open the table. Okay, level 10. Okay. Not level 10, sorry, level 3. Okay, now we will count the level 3 as I had been as it had been highlighted with the blue color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, that's why the total number of students for level 3 is 10. Okay, for example, if you want to check is it true or not, okay, as you can see here, 181 3286, 181 3286. Okay, Farid, okay, it is true. Okay, now we will try with the second case, which is level 2. Okay, for level 2, the only student with level 2 that take the short semester is only 3 students. Maybe they want to finish earlier. Okay, as you can see here, the green one is for the second level. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, if you want to check, okay, Fuad 1910553. Fuad 1910553. Okay, for the last one, Zahir 1919590. Okay, Zahir, okay, it is here 1919590. Okay, that's all for the procedure. Okay, thank you. Okay, back to me again, Amirul bin Allah. Okay, I will continue the function with the second and the third, the third function. Okay, now we will continue with the second function, name student find. This function is for the student who doesn't pay for their own rent. As you can see here, there is two cases here. Okay, the first case is if the fees is equal to 270, then the fine is 40. If other than 270, the fine is 45. Okay, this 0 is for the one who already paid. Okay, I will provide you with two different cases here that we will try in SQL command line. The first case is unpaid and rent is RM 270, and the second case is unpaid and rent is 330. Okay, as you can see here, after I paste the function in here and then I paste the anonymous block in here, and then okay, the the SQL command line will prompt the user to enter the student ID. So I paste it here 1726042. Okay, as you can see here, 1726042, 1726042. Okay, 1726042. Okay, sorry. Okay, 1726042. The fees is 270 and the bill status is unpaid, so the fee is 40 ringgit. So it is correct. Okay, for the second case is 1629855. Okay, as you can see here, 1629855. The fee is 330 ringgit and the bill status is unpaid. So the fine for him is 45 ringgit. Okay, next we will continue with the third function. The third function name is student discount. Okay, this function is for student specially created for level 4 because the level 4 has their own discount, but other than level 4, like 1, 2 and 3, they will have same amount of discount, 0.2. Okay, as you can see here, if the student is KICT and level 4, so the discount is 0.4. And for the other level like 1, 2, 3, 0.2. Same goes to kuliah other than KICT, which is KOE. And level 4, and the discount is 0.45, which is a little bit higher than the discount for KICT student. And also same goes to the level 1, 2 and 3. They share the same amount of discount, which is 0.25. Okay, after I paste it here and then we paste the anonymous block here, and then we try with two different cases here. The case 1 is KICT and level 4. Okay, KICT and level 4. Okay, as usual, the anonymous block will prompt the user to enter the student ID. Okay, now I will open the table. Okay, wait. Okay, the student ID is 1713575. Okay, the student name is Sulaiman. Okay, kuliah is KICT level 4. Okay, so KICT level 4. Okay, same with this, which I had stated here. Okay, the amount of rent after has been discount is RM 162. Okay, then for the next case, Okay, sorry. Okay, for KICT and level 4, as you can see here, the discount for this student is 0.4. So after having discount, and the amount is RM162. Okay, next, for the second case is KOE and level 3. Okay, as you can see here, KOE and level 3. So level 3 is included in here because level 1, level 2, and level 3 will will get discount 0.25, which means 25% discount. Okay. Okay, okay, 1824914. Okay, I will open it back here. Okay, 1824914. Okay, Ahmad, KOE level 3. Okay, KOE level 3. Okay, same here as you can see. So the amount of rent that he need to pay is 202 ringgit and 50 cent. Okay, that's all for the function. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Haziz Kana. I will discuss more on the coding implementations and a few web pages for the web application we created. For these coding implementations, we are using Python language because the syntax is easy to understand and to remember. And for the Flask framework, it is the implementations of from Python. Flask framework is easy to handle, especially in terms of the routing. As we know, Python has a big library, so SQLite 3 is one of the modules provided by the Python. We are using SQLite 3 for our database, and for the interface, we are using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, now let's move on to the implementations of the coding through our compiler. Okay, this is the database file. As we can see here, this part is where we created the table, but we put in comment because we already created the table, so it can be as our reference. So below all of this is where we do the insert, update, delete, and also we also can get all the data from every table. All right, so let's move on to the next file. This file is where all the work happen as the backend where it connect the database and the interface. So this is all the functions that we created to add the room, to update the room, and so on. And for the functions and procedure, this is the file. We created two procedures and two functions. So this is the procedure part, and this is the function part, and the two functions. Okay, now let's see the web page that we are already created. Okay, this is the web application that we created. We creating the Mahala Ali billing system. This is the home page. Okay, and this is the employee page. So once the user enter the access the employee page, it will provide with all the data from every employees. So there is employee ID, employee name, date of birth, and we can add new employees. For example, okay, now this is the data that we created. So we can edit it. Maybe I want to edit the name. Okay, it already updated, and we can delete it, the existing data or the new data we created. Okay, substitute employee. Alright, now move on to the student page. So once the user enter, we can also see all the students in the Mahala, total of 33 students. So it also provided with information of the students, the student ID, student name, kuliah level, and room ID. So if there is new student, we just can simply add it here. Now let's see. Okay, this is the data that we just enter. and the total already 34. Just now is 33. So we can edit. So maybe we can edit the kuliah and update it. Okay, and we can delete the data and the existing data. Alright, so delete it. Okay, that's all the part from me. Now let's move on to the next speaker, Ahmad Zulfahmi.
So I'm from Yarom, so I'm going to explain about the billing page. So in this billing page, there are three main features, which is to add new billing data. If students are new student assigned, so the employee will need to key in all those data, the employee ID, the student ID, the fee, and also the bill status has been paid on the pay. Then we can add billing. Let's say for this one, we roughly, and then the fee is here, and this isn't paid yet, so we add billing. So you can really see from here. Let's see this one. This is the new one. 1626867 under sign under 3526 and it's 250 and then I can really update it. Maybe I have paid the fee, so I can update it, and then maybe I can delete it because I'm no longer living in Mala. So for the rules, the billing page. Okay, so this is the billing page. This is to get the billing, and then this is to add new billing. It acquire the information that I needed, and then this one is to update, and this one is to delete. And you can really see this one. Root system has the three basic features, which is to add, edit, and delete. So you can really see this is to add rooms like before. Enter the room ID, room type, room status, and add room. And then close. Maybe you can edit the maybe this is not required, this is occupied to vacant, and it's vacant, and then we can really delete. The student has been successfully deleted, and then so the first coding, let's get to the room page first, which is this is the room page. This one is to get the room page, and then this one is to get the input to add new room. You can really see you get the room ID, room type, room status, just like the form prompt just now, right? And then you can really see this one, it's to update the room, which is we acquire the ID request form, and then it will get new thing. It's literally from the button, so we can really alter any of this info, and you read it, and then it will flash successfully. And you can really see it from here. This one is to delete, which is we will really delete the tuple of the the row of the data, the ID, using the ID that is significant page, which is a page to execute procedures and function. So the first procedures is to check the students assigned per employee of the Mal office. So we can really see here. Let's check 36166. Okay, so Zahid and Farid, there are two students assigned under this employee ID, which is 166. And then function, the next procedure is to get the student fine of a student. So we can really see 16267. So there is no fine for the student ID, and if there is fine, student will be jotted down there. There are two functions, which is to check student according to the year, which is maybe one first year student. There are no first year students, and then maybe want to check to second year student. Yes, there are 3 second year students, and lastly we want to check to third year students. Yes, there are a total of 10 students of 3 years, and then you can receive the name. And then we go to procedure and function. So in procedure and function, it will be called as a function in here by this command. So this one is the first function, which is a procedure to check student assigned. You can really see it here, and this will get all the information needed for the function to be run, and we'll call the function from here. All of these codings are actually to call a function from here, which is a procedure of pi. You can see it here. And then, so for this one, to get student name, this is to get a student assigned per employee, and we'll occur all the name. You can see it here. So this one is to check the ID, and this one is to get the student ID from the database, the table of GPL SQL3. And then this is to get the student in the according to their year of study. And then this is to get the fine for unpaid student function, that the student fine, which is to find the student that did not pay the fee in the date that they want, in the required date. So this one is to get discount for students that from RKCT, they are discounted from here. Okay, so there are 4% discount, 2% discount, and 55% discount, and 35% discount. Okay, so I think that's all from us. Thank you. So I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for your time.